Hi, welcome to Happier Ladies, a podcast where we discuss all things related to the Happier and Happier in Hollywood podcasts.
We're sisters
and super fans
who can't get enough happier.
So we created our own podcast to keep the conversation going.
I'm Malika Amandi, a SoCal native living in Western Massachusetts, a new mom, and an entrepreneur. I'm here with my sister, Azizi Williams.
That's me. I live and work in the LA area. I'm a not-so-new mom, and I'm an education professional in the independent school world. So, Malika, we got goodies from Gretchen and from Liz.
Yes, we did.
We're so grateful to Gretchen and Liz for thinking of us. It was like an early holiday present. We're starting the year with happiness riches. They gifted us a tackle box and a Know Yourself Better journal, and also the Happiness Project course.
All of these gifts are such incredible tools to help us in embodying the happier experience.
It's just funny that we just did a whole segment on Know Yourselves Better. This journal would have been so helpful in that. It's got great questions, so I'm excited to dig into that.
Yeah, I think we should make it a segment that we do each week.
Yeah, we'll figure that out later. It's a great idea.
We are excited to go deeper on our happiness journey. All of the gold stars to Gretchen and Liz.
So, Malika, what happened in Happier?
Recently on Happier, in episode 461, Gretchen and Liz revealed their 2024 challenge, write for 24 minutes a day or 2 to 4 minutes a day in 2024. And on More Happier, they shared their 5 census portraits of Christmas in Kansas City. And Gretchen reflected on the life of Justice Sandra Day O'Connor.
Malika, I remember you saying that you had a connection to Justice Sandra Day O'Connor.
Yeah, when I was in 8th grade, I did a field trip to Washington, D.C. with my class. And one of the classmates' fathers worked for Sandra Day O'Connor. And so we actually had the exciting privilege to visit her in her chambers, and we all got to meet her. And it was just amazing that she took time out of her busy day to speak to a group of 56 girls from California. And it made a huge impact on us to be able to have that kind of experience. It really is in line with everything that Gretchen shared about her and her legacy. And
what an amazing opportunity. Did you recognize how special that was when you were there?
There was a lot of corrallings. We're 13-year-olds. It was a big deal. And we had about exactly 15 minutes with her. So, it was just like, and the fact that we could all fit into her office was really funny. But it was definitely, you could feel the reverence of just being in that space.
And I wonder if you were there when Gretchen was there.
No,
that would be
we would have
amazing.
To do the math. It's not out of the question, but I can't, I'm like, what year was that? Early 90s, I guess. Yeah, we'll have to do the math on that. Azizi, what happened on Happier in Hollywood?
On Happier in Hollywood, episode 345, Sarah discussed her relationship with the Happiness Project along with Liz and Gretchen, and they offered insight into the process that Sarah will embark on. So Sarah's getting ready to do this Happiness Project Revisited. She also did it initially some years ago. It was really moving to hear her talk about how that initial project led to her becoming a mother and played a huge factor in the life that she's leading now. And Malika, you and I are getting ready to embark on our own happiness journey.
We are. I'm very excited, and it was so helpful to hear the way that Sarah's thinking about it. It was helpful to hear Sarah talk about the way she's thinking of her project, and in their conversation, just recognizing the scope of a happiness project can be so different depending on what it is that you want, that it can be a huge, epic journey, or it can be something that is much more granular, refining parts of your life. And so I love that there's so much flexibility. It got the wheels turning for me.
When I initially thought about starting my own happiness project, it felt like a very overwhelming task. Like, how is this going to all work? But getting the playbook in the mail and, looking over it. And I spent a little bit of time looking at the online platform and seeing some of the comments from the community. And it actually is laid out and broken up into small steps. which feels much more manageable. And then thinking about it through the themes of the year, I'm already getting excited. Like the theme for May is play, which is my birthday. And I'm like, yes, I'm gonna lean into that. I'm definitely gonna play in May. And what a great time to think about that. And then the theme for August is love, which is my husband's birthday. And I know Gretchen didn't lay it out that way for me, but I can already see ways that it's just going to enhance and bring more enjoyment to me in all the months of this year. So I'm excited to get in there. And also, Malika, so the people have already started like introducing themselves in the platform. And so we definitely need to get in there and introduce ourselves. I'm going to meet our people. You know?
We got to get in there. That's fun. I feel like there are just so many possibilities in terms of organizing our 24 for 24 goals along with the themes.
100%.
I'm buzzing with possibility of organizing the roadmap. I'm excited to do it with you.
I'm excited to do it with you too, Malika. And January is laying the foundation. So we're already on our way. I'm buzzing too. I like that word, buzzing.
All right. So it's time to give a final progress update on our 23 for 23 lists. So Azizi, before we dive into your list, did you have a word of the year?
I did have a word of the year, Malika. My word of 2023 was patience. And that was very much all about slowing down and being patient with myself and with the pace of progress. I've talked about how I had a lot happen over the last few years, a lot of very big life changes, including a new career and a new workplace. And I got married and my daughter went to college and there were just so many things happening. I was really frustrated with being a beginner and wanted to see everything be successful right away. So patience was a way for me to remind myself to slow down and be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Things take time and be patient with that. You know, a few weeks ago when we were thinking about our word of the year and what it was going to be for 2024, I couldn't remember what my word was. So I didn't do the best job of keeping it front and center all year long. But when I went back to my initial 23 for 23 list, there was my word of the year. So I'm so glad I put it there. I documented it. And then I did sprinkle it a little bit here and there. I did get a keychain that is Zootopia, take it easy. It's the sloth from Zootopia if you're familiar. So I did have little moments and things that I did to remind myself of the slowing down and being patient.
Nice. All right. Number 1 on your list, eat an apple a day.
I did this. I mostly did this. So let's say yes.
Write a letter to a hero.
Yes, we wrote to Liz and Gretchen. That was so exciting. I was happy to cross that off the list.
Yay. Number 3, get blood work done.
Yes, I did that right away.
Number 4, dental work.
I did that right away.
Number 5, complete FAFSA.
That's adulting paperwork for college financial aid. And the thing about this one is that I'm going to have to do it again for the foreseeable future every year. So it might be on my list again. We'll see.
Number 6, get a new iPad.
Done.
You're knocking them out of the park so far, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Number 7, 30-day ukulele challenge.
So this is where it falls off the cliff. Right. I did not do this. Probably did about 10 days of picking up the ukulele last year. And I don't know. I like the idea of being able to play an instrument. I don't know if I actually have it in me.
Did you have a ukulele?
I did. Yeah, I got one for Christmas last year. And I found a YouTube channel I liked and I did it a little bit. Like I said, maybe about 10 days, but then I just never got momentum.
I would give it credit. I mean, it didn't do it 30 days, but
didn't do it
10 out of 30, that's a third. You tried it.
Oh, I like your terms. Okay. Yes. I did try it. I will take credit. Check.
Number 8, ballet class.
That's a no. That's a definite no. I did ballet as a child growing up. I loved to dance and was a quite serious dancer in high school. And so I had visions of getting back to that somehow.
Number 9, Universal passes.
Yes. Universal Studios. My husband and I had passes. We went many times. So much fun.
Number 10, get car serviced.
I don't know. Not really. I want to go to the dealership. You know how at the dealership they have like the whole top to bottom, we're going to like do all the things to your car, and it's the dealership so they know all the right things, but I tend to just go to the drive-in, like quick oil change. They change a few things here and there, and I can never find the time, or I haven't prioritized the time to actually take it in to get fully serviced. I'm terrible at maintenance, and that's why I put it on here, but I'm going to say that's no.
Number 11, read 2 fiction books.
I did. I tend to pick up nonfiction, so I was challenging myself to read fiction, and I did. I got there.
Number 12, this is a multi-pronged one. Once a month, go to We Spa or get a massage, visit the Huntington, and visit the beach.
It's a whole sort of matrix. I mostly did one of them for almost all of the month, except for September, which makes sense. That's a particularly busy time. And December, which has also been really busy, but I think there's still time. I think I might try to go to the beach maybe tomorrow. So I'm going to say yes, that I did at least one of these things once a month.
Excellent. Number 13, make friends with the post office.
No, I did not make friends with the post office, but we should revisit the segment about shipping because we got some great suggestions from listeners.
Our holiday shipping totally fell apart.
Yeah.
We just gave each other gifts, unwrapped.
Are you going to admit that?
And then you took stuff back in your suitcase and wrapped it for me. We weaseled out of dealing with that.
Yeah, I think we should unpack it in a whole other segment later.
A holiday debrief, maybe. Number 14, Lizzo.
No, did not go to any. Did I go to any concerts? Not the kind that I wanted to, so I'm going to say no.
Number 15, upgrade pajamas.
I did. I have some nice pajama sets now.
Number 16, find a therapist.
I did not, but I think I discussed this last time we checked in. I realized that Disneyland is kind of doing it for me right now, so I go there several times a year and I reset, and for now it's working.
Number 17, organize hall closets, bake cabinet, front closet, garage, and fridge, and bedroom closet.
I did 4 out of the 6. Can I count that as a yes?
Absolutely.
Oh, right.
Number 18, trips. 2 girls trips, 2 family vacations, and 2 overnights with Grayson.
Yes, I did all of those things. So much fun.
Number 19, go to the library.
I did go to the library. It was so much fun, Malika. That's something that I should add on my list, maybe going once a month, because since my girls have grown, I've stopped going to the library. It used to be a family thing, and we used to, check out lots of books. There was even a time when we were checking out movies, but I forgot how much fun I was having there. And so I went back by myself to the library, and it's like I had all those nostalgic feelings come back, and I remembered how much I just enjoy looking at books.
That's great. Number 20, wedding thank yous.
No, this is the most embarrassing revelation. I'm telling the whole world. Why has this not happened? I don't know.
I still believe you can do this.
The sad part is that I have the most beautiful thank you cards. They are so beautiful. And I just thought I don't know. Okay, I can do it.
Azizi, how's your dinner game these days?
Well, Malika, I used to struggle with what to cook for dinner.
You're cooking now?
Okay. Actually, my husband used to struggle with what to make for dinner. I mean, meal planning, grocery lists, yuck. But then we found Prep Dish. It's a weekly meal planning service that tells you exactly what to cook. And now they've partnered with Instacart, so your grocery list becomes a ready-to-go online cart.
Oh, what's in your cart, Azizi?
All of the Prep Dish ingredients, plus I can add energy drinks, chili crisp, lipstick, whatever, and check out in just a few clicks. Shopping online is so fun. The meals are family-friendly, healthy, and super easy to prep. Dinner is easy to make, and now we look forward to new tasty meals.
Prep Dish is offering our listeners 2 weeks free. Just head to prepdish.com/happierladies to sign up. Again, that's prepdish.com/happierladies.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. Between two-factor authentication, strong passwords, and a VPN, you try to be in control of how your info is protected. But many other places also have it, and they might not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity is stolen, they'll fix it. Guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast for 40% off. Terms apply.
21, write an education white paper.
I didn't do this, but again, this is something I want to do. I need to think a little bit more about the topic and about how. And maybe what I need is I need a magazine or a publication deadline that I want to submit to that would help me just create that urgency for myself.
That's a good idea. Number 22, design my day and week.
This one I said before was a little vague. I keep learning things about what I need my day to look like and what I need my week to look like in terms of the negative space we've talked about before and how to manage it. And we just took this Best Laid Plans course that was really helpful in thinking about the year ahead.
So did you do it or?
When you ask it that way? Okay, no.
But it sounds like part of it was the frame wasn't clear.
The frame wasn't clear. I could have thought more about how to write that.
23, be early.
No, but I will say that I am earlier. Part of it is some of my social anxiety of going to events and parties and group gatherings and that kind of thing. So it's more specifically around that kind of activity. And part of it is also just I am challenged with time and space. I just lose track of time and, have a hard time with transition. But I will say I was more mindful of this and wasn't as late as I usually am.
24, no spend January.
I did, and I'll probably do that again. After the holidays, I get a spending hangover. I don't know if anyone has ever used that term before, but I feel like I've spent so much for the holidays and I just need to abstain for a while. This is the second time that I've done this and it feels good.
That's the end of your list.
Yay!
You did more than you didn't do.
And that's the goal, right?
Congratulations.
Thank you. I love these lists, So, Malika, it's your turn. And let's start with what was your word of the year?
My word of the year was discovery. There were multiple meanings. So part of it was discovering my new life as a mom. I was taking time off of my business. Would I make some discoveries about what I wanted different professionally? There was also this element of the legal meaning of the word discovery. I was embarking on some legal action having to do with my birth experience and really rolling up my sleeves to kind of get medical records and do a lot of things around that, which, very different meaning of the word, but I wanted to bolster my energy around that project. And I also forgot my word of the year and then was glad that I wrote it on top of this list and was like, oh yeah, and I forgot about it, but it was in there. And I feel like I did embody it this year and discovered a lot. I was able to complete that kind of legal process and learned about myself. I got a new job and also made a big career pivot. It was a year of discovery.
You had an amazing year. The amount of things that you did this year. And I was unsure back in January of last year, how are you going to do this? Just 3 months into a brand new baby, a challenging birth experience, and just thinking about the year ahead seemed like a lot, but you kept with it. You made your list and you accomplished so much. And I think you should document everything you discovered in this year of discovery.
That's a good idea.
Let's go through your list, starting with number 1, weekend getaway with baby.
Yes, many times over. Or just traveling with the baby. But we did do a getaway actually with my niece, your oldest daughter. We did a nice trip to Newport, Rhode Island, and that was lovely in February.
That baby travels. You go places. Okay, number 2, trip with Azizi. That's me.
That's you. And we did it.
We did.
You came out here to where I live and we did a one-night sisters retreat at a nearby hotel. So we didn't go far, but it definitely felt like a trip.
Right. It turns out you really don't have to go far. It was a lovely retreat. And I put one of our pictures on our Instagram site from the book mill. That was the beginning of our retreat. Number 3, Pioneer Valley places.
So this was a multi-pronged one. There were a few places I wanted to visit. Element Spa, which I did go to multiple times. There's a Korean spa that's not quite in the Pioneer Valley. It's in Connecticut somewhere. I did not go there, and I did not make it to Kripalu or Canyon Ranch. I looked into Canyon Ranch. It's a little more expensive than I imagined.
Oh.
So I don't think that's in the cards.
Take that off the list.
But Kripalu is still attainable, and I think I might put that on the list for next year. 1 out of 3 locations. I'm going to give it to myself.
Give it to yourself. Put a check there. Podcast with Azizi.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've done it, and we've really done it. We've kept going. I'm really proud of us.
It keeps happening. I'm excited too. It's so much fun. Number 5, acting.
I'm going to give this to myself. So I had imagined doing a class and auditioning for something. I didn't audition for anything, but I did a class and I also did a reading on campus. I'm going to count that.
Absolutely. I'm glad you're continuing your creative outlet. Reimagine CWV.
Did I reimagine it? I don't know. I think I made a choice by not going back into it. So in a way, I did get clarity, like that I'm not going to pursue that right now. It is a bit of a loose end, though. I haven't done like a formal letter to my list. I had a vacation responder on for a year, basically.
It was a really good one.
I turned it off, but there's some loose ends there. So maybe I'll add that on to the next list. I'd hope to kind of tie it up in a bow by the end of the year. I don't think that's going to happen. So this goes into that gray area. I don't know if I did it or not.
I know all about that. I mean, I think you made a choice by just sort of deciding you didn't want to redo it right now. And yeah, so I'd say you can give yourself a check there. And it doesn't mean that it's gone forever, but for now. Number 7, learn clarity process.
This is a whole system around asking questions to get clarity on things that are confusing. I wanted to learn it in an official way, like get a certification or something. I didn't do that, but I did use it myself multiple times in the year, and it was super helpful. I think by having it on this list, that kind of prompted me to lean on that tool. I used the clarity process. I did not become certified in it.
Number 8. Learn about Chinese medicine or Ayurveda.
This is a no. I have the book. I haven't opened it.
I sent you that book.
I know. This is definitely going to carry over because I am still interested and want to explore this. So I think I might next year upgrade to like taking a class. I think that's going to be a better structure for me than just learn about it. As an obliger, I need a little more accountability and structure. So I will carry that over, but I don't feel like I did it.
Number 9, virtual escape room or real escape room?
No.
Oh, we could have done this when I was there, huh?
I know. We didn't have that much time.
That's true.
There is one, though, that I've identified that's not far. I don't know if I'm going to carry it over or not. I don't feel passionately about it like I once did.
Number 10, eyelashes.
Yes, I will count this. I wore false eyelashes multiple times and feel like I have more information about how to enhance that feature on my face.
Okay, number 11, soft feet.
No, I failed at this. I bought the special tool that you recommended, and then I don't even know where it is now. I never used it.
Oh gosh, you've just gone backwards.
I tended to my feet in other ways that are a little less cosmetic.
Okay, that's right. Yes.
But they are still rough.
Well, summer is coming, and so are sandals. So this might be one you want to just keep in your back pocket.
We'll see.
Number 12, spinning class.
I did go to a spinning class.
Number 13, talk to a lawyer.
Yes, I did do that.
Number 14, weekly place to visit with Indigo.
Yes, so we discovered, as I mentioned, the Eric Carle Museum became kind of a regular place, as did some of the libraries around. Once I started working, that kind of fell off. But for 9 months of the year, I feel like I accomplished that.
Yeah, and you were going places daily with Indigo. Number 15, a digital reset.
No, this was also a little bit nebulous. I started by clearing out some podcasts on my phone and some apps, but I didn't have a clear vision of what I wanted. And no, I don't think I did this. I'm still curious about it, ways that I can kind of optimize my digital life and environment, but I did not accomplish that this year.
Number 16, Kermit Ruffin's daily training routine.
I'm going to check this off because we are currently in a class, Remedial Social Skills 1. And
this is her dog, by the way.
For dogs. So
Kermit Ruffins is her dog.
While I may not be actively training him every day, I have more tools and support to do that. So I'm going to just count it as a yes.
Absolutely. And that takes effort. You actually are going to a course and yeah, you have that weekly obligation. So good job. Number 17, buy gifts year round.
No, this was a big fail. I did not do that. And I don't know how I'll structure it next year. I think the goal is still good. Maybe around everyone's birthday, I'll also buy their Christmas gift or something.
Oh, that's a good idea. 18, find tarot podcast or YouTube channel.
Yes.
Nice. Number 19, baby room, guest room conversion.
Yes, I did that. Operation Renest.
20, organizing upgrades.
I had 5 things here. I wanted to organize my closet, which I did, and Indigo's dresser, which Norm did.
Right. Still counts.
And then did not get to the bathroom drawers and cabinets. The curtains for the kitchen window. So Norm also did, he installed a rod because we had just been using these little tension rods, but I have not gotten new curtains.
So easy.
I know.
I mean, as the overbuyer, I'm like, that sounds like so exciting to just buy curtains for your kitchen.
It's a weird length. So they have to be, I don't even know that it has to be custom. It just needs a little bit more attention to find the right size. So a while ago, there was a Happier in Hollywood episode about, or I don't know, maybe it was Happier, but about the temporary becoming permanent and the permanent becoming temporary. This is absolutely the situation. Like,
right.
The curtains I put in, they were temporary the week we moved in. Cheap Daiso curtain rods and curtains. So $5 total, probably.
They're still there.
They're still there. And they block the light, but you can kind of see through them on both sides. But now I'm so used to them.
Okay. Do you have a vision for what you want?
It needs to just be put on the calendar and dealt with. It will take literally probably 2 hours max.
21, passport and global entry.
Done.
Good job. You did the global entry?
We did.
Wow. I'm going to talk to you about that. 22, photos of art on the wall.
No, this is definitely going to be carried over and get a little more structured by having a goal of 1 piece of art per month. I think that will help me. I did get some things printed and framed, but then they haven't gone up on the wall.
Maybe you need a power hour or 2 in your future. Mm-hmm. Just knock it out.
I need a lot of things.
You don't need a lot of things. But if you have everything there, I think you just need to set a date to do it all. Put it on the calendar, do a power hour. Okay. 23, start will and life insurance.
I did not start the will process or estate planning, but I did move forward with life insurance. There's a little more to do there, but that is in motion.
Good job, Malika. Yeah, you definitely did more than you didn't do. And you did some really big, important things also.
Indeed.
All right. It's time for peaks and valleys, because in life, there are always peaks and valleys. Malika, you're up.
All right. So my peak is that we had a very chill Christmas. There was no snow, but it felt very hygge. We had the fire going. We were in our PJs almost the whole day. A big shout out to Norm. He generously offered to edit the podcast, episode 14.
Yay. Thank you, Norm.
That was a great Christmas gift. So that meant that I was not scrambling on that day. He has some professional skills in that realm, so he was able to do it in about half the time that it takes me, which is also
that's humbling.
Just funny. Humbling, exactly. But he was very nice to donate that time. I think it contributed to that feeling of there's nothing to do today. We can just relax and hang out. And that comes around so rarely. That was a really precious time.
I'm so happy for you. My day was very opposite, like Christmas. But I will say a highlight was playing the Jackbox games with you guys over Zoom with, all the family and on our side, and then just the two of you and your nice, calm, chill pod playing over Zoom together. So that was fun. But I'm glad you got to have that day. You deserve it.
Thank you. Azizi, what's your valley?
So my valley is Christmas Eve. I was up till 2 a.m. wrapping gifts. Again. Again. Every year I say I'm going to start wrapping earlier and sort of do a little bit here and there so that it's not all coming down at the last minute so late. But we've started hosting a Christmas Eve dinner now, so that then pushes the last wrapping push even later. And there I was at 2 a.m., stuffing the stockings. I can work on this. I want to work on this next year.
Well, you did it though.
And some of yours, by the way, like you said.
Okay. Huge shout out to Azizi for wrapping my gifts.
I will take that shout out.
Because you took on more labor, my Christmas was more relaxed.
Right. That's what happened. It's
sorry. Okay. Slash not sorry, but appreciate you.
It's okay. It was beautiful. It was all done and it was beautiful.
Well, that brings us to the end of this episode. Thank you so much for listening. If you like us, rate, review, tell a friend, and follow us.
Send us a message at happierladies@gmail.com and tell us something you liked about Happier and Happier Hollywood this week.
Our theme music was created by Wyatt Muncie.
And we also want to give a special shout out to Gretchen Rubin, Liz Kraft, and Sarah Fain for inspiring our conversation weekly.
You can find us on Instagram at happierladies and on the web at happierladies.com, where you can also find the show notes from this episode. All right, Azizi, have a happier week.
Have a happier week, Malika.
Bye.
Bye. Did you hear Bo saying goodbye also?
Just at the end.
I think we've been doing it since, 2019? Do you remember when we first started these lists?
I feel like 2018
might
maybe,
be right.
But I'm not Yeah, we should find them.
I love them. I love them so much.
This podcast is part of the Sound Advice FM network. Sound Advice FM, women's voices amplified.